So it's not been that long since the last book haul. However, I have had a birthday and then I went to WorldCon and I've picked up some other ones in between then also. So there's quite a big selection of books to go through today. First up, I want to start strong with I got the rest of the Dungeon Crawler Carl paperbacks. Now I did mention in the last book haul when I got 2 and 3 that I was looking for book 1 and I was very kindly brought the first book by my friend Velden Reads over on Instagram. I will put his account in the description below. We'll also talk about him later in the video. But somehow he just found a copy there in Canada and brought it all the way over to WorldCon for me. So I was super, super grateful to him for that. And for my birthday from the rest of my family, I got books 4, 5, and 6. So I now have all the books that are out. It's no secret how much I love this series, and I'm so happy I can now display them on the shelves, because when I read them, it was via the audiobooks, because the audiobooks are so good. If you're going to read this series, I do highly recommend the audiobooks. However, I love the wacky art on the paperbacks as well, so have to get them for the shelves. And now I need to change my shelves around because I want to show these copies. So at WorldCon, I did get to meet a ton of amazing individuals. Some I knew from online, some from the first time ever, a bunch of authors, people in the industry, and one of those was some friends on Instagram, including Velden Reads, who brought me the Dungeon Crawler Carl book. But he also brought me something else, and it might be the best gift I have ever been given ever. It's so ridiculous. I love it. Gave me this was within the first 5 minutes of being acquainted. I thought Fool's Errand, Robin Hobb, that's really funny. Fool's Tale, that's great. Let me just have a look at this. And I opened it to find that there's a second dust jacket. And on this second dust jacket is the Fool's Tale. I love this so much. I'll put up some B-roll so you can see it. I have been edited onto the cover. It's now the Fool's Tale. It's got my name on it. It's got my little logo on the spine. And not only that, but he did go around and get quotes from different friends who all left really nice messages. And it's just an unreal present. I was honestly gobsmacked. So if you're on Instagram and you're looking for more book content, definitely check out Velden's page and send him a big thank you from me. Book people are just the nicest people. Keeping up the WorldCon part of this haul, I did finally get to meet Adrian M. Gibson, the author of Mushroom Blues. And I am good friends with Adrian, so the fact that we got to meet up and swap books was so great. And he really is just one of the nicest people. That will be a common theme in this video, talking about WorldCon, because honestly, everybody I've met so far has just been so great. I'm really excited to get to this one. I absolutely love the art on the cover and anything that's cyberpunk with mushroom people. I talked about this in the new release video when it came out, but it just sounds incredible. And Adrian is also the brains behind the Fanfi Addict YouTube channel and podcast, where he interviews a ton of different authors on a regular basis. So if you want more author interviews, definitely check out their YouTube channel, but is also everywhere where you find podcasts as well, I believe. Also in WorldCon, they were giving away some teasers for different upcoming releases, including The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. This is about 20 pages of the new book coming out next, I think it's March. I don't think it says on this. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure The Devils is releasing about March. So I'm super excited to give this a read because it's Joe Abercrombie. Of course I'm excited for The Devils. Also, at the Golan's table, they were handing out the first 6 chapters to Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson, and also a little exclusive pin, which is really cool. So Stormlight Archive is probably my favorite series of all time. So to have the first 6 chapters, I think it is, I am so excited for this. As soon as I finish my current reads, 6 chapters will be up next. However, Brandon Sanderson is releasing early chapters, I think, every week on the lead up to release, so you will get a chance to read more than the 6 chapters in the coming months. So watch out for that, and I'm excited. It's starting to get into Stormlight season, and I'm super excited for December. I'm trying not to wish the year away, but it's gonna be good. WorldCon was absolutely amazing, but I didn't shoot a video while I was there. However, the nice people over at Hardy's Books, who I met there, super awesome people, super nice, did do a fantastic video on WorldCon. So if you want to see a bit more of what it was like there, some of the events, some of the authors that were there, definitely check out their video, which I will leave linked in the description. And I believe Lady Mayor is going to do a video too, who I also met there. I don't think the video is out yet, but definitely go check out both of their videos on WorldCon. It was also great to meet the Broken Binding team over at WorldCon. Again, just the nicest people that run the operations behind the scenes, and it was great to finally meet them all in person. You know I like the Broken Binding, you've seen how often I share their stuff, so talking about their stuff, when I came back, I also received my copy of Jade City, which is such a good book, and I'm super excited to have these editions on my shelves. It's got this nice mosaic, like sprayed edge, and a really nice naked hardback. This more minimalist wraparound, and if you somehow haven't read the Greenbone Saga yet, highly recommend checking them out. I also received my copy of Project Hail Mary from their sci-fi sub, and this is the one that people seem to really like, so I'm excited to give this one a read. I keep hearing how good the audiobook is, so I might end up checking out the audiobook. And the last books from the Broken Binding I received was the John Gwynne books, A Time of Dread, make sure that this is all in frame, A Time of Blood, and A Time of Courage. Now, I love John Gwynne's work so much. I loved the Bloodsworn saga. I am so excited for Fury of the Gods. So as soon as I saw that they were doing a special edition of this series, which I've not read yet, I had to grab a set. I especially like these sprayed edges that has this battle scene on it. I think that just looks so good. And it's incredible how detailed it is for a sprayed edge as well. It also has this really cool design over the 3 hardbacks, naked hardbacks. I think they came out really well. And while I was wondering about the hauls at WorldCon, I did come across the Inkstone Books stand, which is a small special edition company as well that just is run by a guy called Brett and his partner, and they're super nice, so it's nice to meet them. And they do a special edition of The Spear Cuts Through Water, which I do have the paperback of, but it's pretty mangled and ripped, so the fact that this was a really nice edition, I thought would be really cool to check out. This is one of those Marmite books that some people love, some people hate, because it is so unique, and I've yet to read it, but we did have it as one of the books for the book club. It's the one month I've missed this year so far, so I'm making up for it by buying a nice edition and making sure I read it before the end of the year. But I know people who absolutely adore this book, and I must say the art is absolutely stunning, and I'm really impressed with Inkstone Books' quality. So I don't think it'll be the last time I order stuff from them. This book haul is a little all over the place, but there was an Orbit sale back in July, I think. So I went on and I grabbed book 2 and 3 of the Expanse Collector's Edition books. I already had Leviathan Wakes, and I've been looking for an excuse to grab books 2 and 3, so the fact that they were 50% off, I couldn't have said no. I do quite like the chaos of just these standard covers. However, I do think these sort of minimalist designs look really nice for this series. The edges have these foiled edges, and they really pop on the bookshelf. They have nice sprayed edges, just block sprayed edges, as well as these really nice naked hardback designs with what I think is the original covers on the inside of the dust jacket. Now, flipping dust jackets to go to the other side isn't always the easiest thing to do, but I do like that little touch of having the original art in there as well. I also grabbed a copy of the Kingkiller Chronicle novellas in these really nice editions. The Narrow Road Between Desires and The Slow Regard of Silent Things. They did do the main books in this style too, which I think just look beautiful. I especially love the edges on this series, on these editions, sorry. So when I saw they did the novellas too, I broke. I just love the way that Rothfuss writes. His prose style and just the storytelling behind it is just beautiful. So I'm really excited to have these beautiful editions of the novellas too. They come with these also really nice sprayed edges and naked hardbacks. I also had a couple Kickstarters come in, which was really cool. Starting with The Boy, a Dragon, and the Cave of Shadow by Christopher Gould. The story behind this is that Chris's son does have cancer and is going through treatment for it. And this story follows this young boy who is just really persistent and very strong. And Chris kind of wrote it for his son. And it just sounded so emotionally charged and thought-provoking that I really wanted to help support Christopher. And I do think that this will be a very emotional read with that sort of as the backstory behind the creation of this book. And Christopher did also do the cover, which I think is really cool. The cover turned out great. This is super short, but I think it's going to pack a punch. So I do highly recommend checking this one out and support Chris. And if you want something really not heavy but impactful, this is definitely a book to check out. I also received the God Eater Saga books by Rob J. Hayes. Now these, I'm so excited for them. This is the series that Rob J. Hayes released this year, where it is 3 books and 3 different trilogies, all spanning on different times in this world. So this is planned to be a 9-book series, and it's a trilogy of trilogies. So we're going to have 3 book 1s. This is the 3 book 1s. Then eventually we'll get the book 2s in each trilogy and the book 3s. And they all are interconnected in this world with thousands of years of a difference in this story. Incredibly unique, incredibly ambitious, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. It has eating angel flesh to gain abilities. So it has this really cool magic system, and just the art is absolutely stunning. Most of them have this iconography based cover, which I think looks really nice. However, Herald, I don't know if this is just the Kickstarter version or if the standard hardbacks have this, but it comes with this amazing art piece. It just looks so good. But it does have the iconography based cover as the naked hardback as well. I love Rob's work with the War Eternal series, and I think this one is going to be even better. I'm just so excited to read these. I would drop everything right now if I didn't have so many commitments and things that I said I was going to read, but I'm going to get to these before the end of the year. And last but most certainly not least, I was very kindly sent an ARC to Exodus, which just sounds really cool. This is a brand new sci-fi adventure. It's a duology, and oh my, this book is huge. I did not realize it was this big. It is a chunky fantasy adventure. In a past age, humanity fled a dying Earth. Thousands of years later, Sinchari flourishes. But is there a better life beyond the Empire? This sounds like a grand epic fantasy sci-fi story, and I'm really excited to get into this. And also, Broken Binding are doing a special edition of Exodus this weekend. The general sale is on Sunday at 12 p.m. BST, which is UK time. So if you want to check this out and pre-order this really pretty edition with this beautiful sprayed edge with the cover design on it, definitely check that out on Sunday. And also, if you could use full at checkout at the code bit that tells them I sent you, it would be much appreciated. I'm always aware that people might just be hopping on and be brand new and not always be able to go back and watch all the past videos. So just a reminder, I am a representative for the Broken Binding. I share their stuff and they send me books, but I do not earn any commission or anything on these books. If you use code FOOL at checkout, it just lets them know that I'm still promoting their books and people are checking it out because I'm talking about it. However, on the general store where you can get signed editions and normal books, including mine and my novella, if you use code FOOL15, you will get 15% off your entire order. Again, I don't earn a commission, it's just they send me stuff and I really like them. If you go right back, I was talking about them long before I became a rep, so it's not really changed. I just have this code now that they can track how many people I send their way. So I do really appreciate everybody who uses my code. They're awesome people, and I'm so pleased that I'm working with them. Oh! It wasn't last. I forgot about one last book. Morning Glory Milking Farm. I was very kindly gifted this by Veldin as well. I don't know what to say. I think we're doing a buddy read? Not sure. Okay, next thing. So let me know in the comments below, what was the last book that you picked up? Also, have you read any of these? If you have, what did you think? What should I prioritize? But thank you very much for watching. Hello.